I was saying I converted at the bank. That's funny, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what happened.
You know, there are.
Not in the church, nothing.
There are. Oh, yeah, we're live. Let me send the link
Not
to
in the
you.
mosque.
Sorry?
Okay. Okay.
That's funny, right? Yeah,
Wow.
we're live.
I said not even in the mosque.
No, the thing is that you know, when God calls you, no matter where, God called Moses in the bush.
Yeah, actually.
So for me, I was looking for the bathroom, right? And then I went down and I saw this Muslim where they do their wudu. Then opposite there was a mosque, because most buildings at the bank there, they have a mosque. They have many things, restaurants, mosques. Yeah, it's a whole campus. So me, I love to see things. I got inside and I looked at it, and that's how I got stuck.
Wow.
Yeah, the rest is history. Yeah.
History, actually.
Yeah. So I sent you the Facebook link. You can share that. Okay. Yeah, we used to use these first minutes to share this until people join.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me make sure I got this text. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and share it on my social graphs. When people that's Twitter, all of us. I think that was tweeted already. And once a couple of people join, then we can start a conversation.
All right.
Send Isaac to. Do you have any song you like me to play?
Just my songs.
Yes, please. if they're on YouTube or somewhere I could have access.
Okay. I think I'll send you a link right away.
Yeah, that will work.
This one is for my army. Archer could sing for you. Sing. Right. No be lie.
So shout out. I see about 5 people. Shout out to others joining. Yo, Isaac. It's been a while. We've all been busy. But finally today, God has blessed us. We have Austine Mang. There's a lot to learn today. He's a very dynamic person. So you guys will see for yourselves. So the song currently playing is from Tizi Panchak, another Cameroonian.
Oh.
Yeah, so Austine, when you have free time to proceed with music, you can collaborate with these guys. There are many artists in Cameroon.
Actually,
yeah.
I like their sound. Crazy sounds. Very, very crazy sounds, and as in it makes you want to dance.
Yeah. So and you know, Cameroon is like that. I don't know how many tribes are there in Nigeria, but we have a lot of tribes in Cameroon. I think almost 300. Yeah. So
wow.
There is a lot to tap from. You see, like in Nigeria, the movies with the tribes in Nigeria, you can get movies. In Cameroon, with the tribes, you could get music, because each tribe has like an average of maybe 5 sounds. Traditional sounds, so you could always mix them and have a lot of
wow. We in Nigeria we have about 371.
Oh wow, almost similar. And Nigeria is even bigger. Okay, Isaac, we're waiting for you. You can join as soon as you can. Yeah, so Isaac says you should share the link. Let me share it to my. Oh, he sends to you. Okay, let me share it to on my share graph.
Give and take what the people fake. Come here telling me blah blah. Now so this weekend you what it did. So I can only trust my baba. But energy run too far away. I carry a more of my father. I like with a son.
Do you have like a page on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Your friends them wrong leave you. The worst that hate on you.
Actually, my roommate in college was also called Austine.
Wow.
He came from Florida. Yeah, he came from Florida. He's from a family of business tycoons. They have like chains of restaurants. They sell cigarettes, this Cuban cigar, and stuff like that. I learned a lot from him. He was studying philosophy. We were studying philosophy together.
Wow.
Okay, I shared the link on my Facebook. Alright, I got the link from you. Is that the link to your music? Or I can actually just search on Facebook.
Yeah. No, that's the Facebook.
Okay, yeah, but in terms of your songs, unless I can play that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get you the song right away.
All right. Shout out to those that are live. We're gonna start. We've been live for a bit, just warming up, waiting for guys to join. So I think we can start chatting. In the course of it, we can play the music and things like that. So today is a special day. Like I said before, it's been a while. We've been on hibernation, but we have a chat with Austine. Mang, he will tell us more about himself and what he's up to. But it's something that we are in the COVID era. I don't know if we're ever gonna go back, but it's a phase in which we can always use to better ourselves. Like they say, never waste a crisis. So this conversation we have a lot to learn so that we can empower ourselves during this crisis. So welcome, Austine. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm all right. I'm doing very nice. Fun. This is so beautiful here. It's a pleasure.
Mashallah. So like I tried to hint here at the start, this space, what we do is we try to uncover the rough work that leaders do, and we want to democratize that. We want to democratize inspiration. You know, like nowadays, let's say like me, I'm a member of Pi Theta Kappa. That's a fraternity. So if you're part of such, you get to be inspired, maybe because Martin Luther King was part of it and things like that.
Yeah.
But those in the public don't really have access to that. Or maybe you're part of some secret society like the Juju dance in your tribe, then you'll be able to tap from the ancients. Yeah, but by having such conversations, we get to democratize that whole inspirational institution. And by learning about each other, we would come to realize that we are probably more all the same. So for a start, maybe you should tell us. So I've realized I like to start from the end and then start going to the end at the beginning. Yeah. So maybe you should tell us about the Mang Foundation. Like what happened before you started it, and from there we'll get to know who you are.
All right. Mang Foundation is a not-for-profit organization. It is a not-for-profit organization. We started up. In fact, let me start. In 2010, I happened to come in contact with a lot of people. In 2001, during when September, when the crisis in Georgia, after the 9/11 and the rest, the crisis and we were quite young in the university then. What we saw was very barbaric. In fact, we heard rumors riots, and we need to buy food so that stock up the house and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Of the day, what we just saw, cars running, pandemonium everywhere, and finally we got to a point where we couldn't. Our car was bashed. Everything were smashed and the rest. Um, Little did we know that those people that smashed actually from us. They are our tribesmen. The reason why our glass was smashed, my dad was on a cap.
Yeah.
So while that was going on, all of a sudden they were like, let me use it means namune ko nasu. Is it ours or theirs? Do they belong to us or do they belong to them?
Yeah.
You know, and that was the first time when I had to put things in place, and I asked myself, wow. So and they started saying, you must. And my father said he was not going to say the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
You know, must he say the Lord's Prayer before he survived?
Yeah, right.
So at the end of the day, he spoke in the language they understood. So after everything, and it happened that and some other set of Muslims, Fulani people actually,
Yeah.
were caught in the quagmire. At the end of the day, they had nowhere to go, so they ran our compound. They ran into our. After that, those men also came in, finished the whole work as at that time. And my father stood at the gate and says, nobody had blood in his house. That was the beginning. But Dad, they said these guys are enemies.
Yeah.
Simple question. He said, if you have two bottles of blood, can you determine which one and which one is Biron?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's breaking sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's breaking. Yeah.
I don't know if it's
network
NEPA.
is not so stable.
If it's NEPA. Yeah. Sorry. Continue. Yeah.
So that was actually what gave birth to Mang Foundation. So right from that time till 2007, we were looking, because my father did it.
Yeah.
I felt we were on the right track.
Yeah.
So anything that was going to foster was of that opinion.
Yeah. True. I see.
I don't know if you get me. I was of that opinion.
I get a lot of things. Yeah. I get a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. So we started building it in our minds and the rest. And my father actually got an award by the UN as a peace ambassador, and for saving this set of people.
Yeah.
Little did I know that I was also towing that line. So there were so many things that happened during the crisis.
Yeah.
And we helped to douse the tension. And little did I know that I was also being monitored and the rest. Man, this world is a very small place. It is.
Like, I don't know if you have experienced that before. Some people, the way you become class prefect, like you are sitting and doing your thing, and then they say you. You're like, what? Me? They say you. And then, so when you're telling me a story.
So I didn't know I was being observed.
Yeah.
And finally, I just got to meet one or two people who called me, and I came over to Abuja.
Yeah.
And they conferred the peace ambassadorship to me with the UN, Global Peace, an affiliate with the UN. So when I got that, I just said, man, what am I waiting for?
Yeah.
So why don't you just build a platform?
Yeah.
But you see, centrally, right, Brian?
Yeah.
I think one of the major things that we have, one of the major problems we have in Africa is we don't get to understand that education is very key.
Yeah, true, very true. I agree.
By the time, there's a saying that goes that if you want to hide something from a black man,
Yeah.
put it in a paper.
Yeah, very true
Man,
actually.
we hate reading. We
Yeah.
don't like it. So I feel education is one of the major keys. Which child will be in the university and want to go and carry arms?
Yeah, very true.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Which child will be in the secondary school and he knows that his future is bright, right?
Yeah.
And we want to go into that. And that's where the problem we have. That's a major problem we have in Nigeria today.
Yeah.
Why? Because the root of all these things is lack of education, poverty, and the moment you get, if you want to get your work done, animal farm.
Yeah.
The guy, the Napoleon himself kept the dogs very hungry. He kept them away from people and made them so horrible.
Yeah.
So when it was time for him to operate, he used those dogs to terrorize everyone.
Yeah.
So when you keep people hungry, they say who pays the piper dictates.
Yeah, true.
Dictates whatever is done. So
Yeah.
I think those are the major problems, and that is what Mang Foundation is all about. We're trying to see how we could draw up something, as in, how do you empower children? By making them go to school. So at that point in time, we got to a place. Personally, I got to a place. They call the place Kugia in Jos, Plateau State. You know, Kugia is a place, literally it means hook.
Yeah.
In Hausa, it means hook. So everybody feels Kugia is a place that when you go, you just get hooked up. There.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, I see. Yeah.
That's it's actually a hub where people sit down, drink alcohol, local. They call it brukutu. You know.
Yeah.
So
Brukutu.
there are a lot of guys around there. You know, and children grow up also there, and you find out that the menace in the society in the whole of Bukuru, just South Plateau State, is coming majorly from that place.
Yeah, I see.
So we got to meet some women, and my wife and I joined hands together to build up something. And we said, okay, I was in the bank. I just resigned some couple of weeks ago. So what you were talking about is
Yeah, right.
to
We'll
be
get to that.
to be on my own actually.
Yeah. Oh wow! Congratulations. It's good to resign.
So,
yeah.
thanks. Well, I'm refreshed right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, while from our meager salaries, we opted to be paying widows.
Okay.
We chose exactly 7 widows. 7.
Yeah.
Why? Because 7 is significant to me.
Okay.
7 is a perfect number. 7 stands for perfection.
7 days.
So we took 7, 7 days, you see, 7 days and 7 nights. You know?
Right.
So at that point in time, we took it upon ourselves to pay those widows 10,000 naira every month.
Okay. Oh wow.
For them to just get something to do, to sell.
Yeah.
You know. So we said, okay, after the year, we want to come back and analyze.
Yeah.
Get to find out, okay, so far so good. This 10,000 naira that we gave you guys, what have you been able to do?
Yeah.
With the 10,000 naira, you know, and some did some good work, some set up some small shops, vegetable shops, in fact, and we never saw them. Market, we never met.
Yeah.
I never saw them. The only thing, I just got a dedicated account where we push the money every month, and the person to them.
Yeah.
So a child kept on asking, grandma. Actually, the child, I think he was 4 years. 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
When I think my internet is
Yeah,
not so
but keep
stable.
going. Yeah, it's yeah, we'll manage. Nepa,
Okay.
Nepa, and all the
Nepal.
pass. They can stop us. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to bring all those people together. And that child was getting malnourished. Why? Because what he does is to take the local beer in the morning as his breakfast.
Oh,
Grandma
is he Russian?
cooks. Yeah. So he gets to take before it gets fermented in the morning. So, and that's what he does breakfast and the rest.
Yeah.
So we took it upon to put the child on scholarship. That was our first project.
Wow.
Put him in a school in Jos, and before we realized, the guy was topping the class.
Oh wow. Is it because of the alcohol he had been drinking before?
I like your spirit.
Yeah, because you know, like Jesus, his first miracle was to turn water to wine.
Water
The
to wine, actually.
So that guy. So anyway, sorry. Continue.
So the guy was topping the class, actually, and we were like, okay, let's see how we could. Today, as I speak with you, Brian,
Yeah.
this guy is writing his they call it JSCE over here. That's the junior, we call it junior WAEC. You know, he's writing his mid exams.
Is it
right
like
now.
GCE in Cameroon? We have GCE O levels, even like in the UK, and then we have
Yes.
advanced levels.
Yes.
Okay.
So we call it the O level here.
Yeah.
So but it's called JSCE.
Okay.
That's Junior Secondary School Certification.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
he's there now, and anytime I look at the guy, I just smile and just I'll be like, wow.
Yeah, you get energized.
Yeah, you know.
I
So
can imagine. Yeah.
when we got all those things, at the end of the day, we now assessed the widows
Yeah.
and found out that out of 4 of them did very well, and they are still working till now.
Yeah.
Because we told them that, okay, we don't want a situation whereby hurt.
Yeah.
You know, there's a book called When Helping Hurts, where you keep on feeding and feeding and feeding without empowering and ensuring that, okay, there's always a feedback.
Yeah.
You get into trouble.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, those you're trying to help will feel you've hurt them.
Yeah.
So we try to make it very clear to them that this is how we run. We're going to give you for 1 year, do the best that you can. We assess you, and by the time we know that, okay, you're stable,
Yeah.
we put in something again and add 1 or 2 things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, those people that were stable, we still added some money to their business and allowed them. Those that were not stable,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Let me not use. I'm a Christian actually, so
Yeah.
I as in
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
Bible believing Christian.
And then plus your brain.
I think by the time we just made it look as if okay, what have you done with your talents? And they said we buried it, and instead of just casting them away,
Yeah.
we still just settled them the normal monthly stuff.
Yeah.
I told them we can't help you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because no matter how you try as much as possible to help someone, if the person does not want to grow up, he will never grow up.
Yeah, and also there are other people, so we can just try. Yeah, so we can just try.
So that we see how we could put things in order.
Yeah.
So within that period, we were able to mobilize such people, and at a point in time, we had a setback. That's where the main soup is.
Yeah.
We had a serious setback. one of our major supporters was my mom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my mom was very supportive. As in, she knows that okay, she was not like, oh, you guys are doing well. Okay, you guys should pick up this amount of just pick this check and
Yeah.
support the foundation. So she took ill.
Uh oh.
One of the major sponsors took ill, and
Yeah.
she died of cancer.
Yeah. So
That's
rest
why
in peace.
in yeah, amen. So by the time she died, almost everything went down
Yeah.
at that point in time, because even the monies we were supposed to use to do other things, we had to stop
Yeah.
in order to ensure that she got better. But you see what there's a saying that inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. It says, from God we came and from God
Go
we
with
shall
it.
go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And we don't question God on issues like that.
Yeah.
But it's painful, very painful. So we had a severe setback and there was nothing happening. In fact, the foundation almost closed down. So I had to rush to put one or two things together. And I said, okay, can we have a balance here?
Yeah.
Let's get a bishop and also an imam to blend the whole thing so that it will not be a one-sided stuff.
Yeah. True.
You
Yeah.
know. So we, after careful observations and the rest, we got to meet Bishop. That's Right Reverend Benjamin Kwashi, Bishop of Jos, the Archbishop of Jos. We got to meet him and he obliged.
Oh wow.
And all the roads led to Kaduna, to JNI to meet Sheikh Khalid. Aliyu Khalid. We met him. He also obliged, and we tried to put all those things. So as I speak with you, they are members of our board right now, and they're doing well. They sometimes, okay, like Bishop Benjamin Kwashi just came back from the States. So while he was there, he kept on sending some words of encouragement to say, okay, see, we know where this thing is coming from. Now, so that was what actually birthed the Mang Foundation, and it was birthed based on my father, who was a peacemaker, and my mom, who actually built upon that very premise. And also, so in that, I saw it as a stepping stone for me. I saw it as a stepping stone because, man, at a point in time, we couldn't afford money for fuel.
It means that Solomon said gold is tested in hot fire. Like if you just started the foundation, you guys started building skyscrapers and stuff like that. It should just be like, man, like a fairy tale. You see what I mean?
That was actually what happened. That was actually what happened. So so those were the things. So today, when I just sat down, then I was just checking some stuff because my intention was just to run out of this country. Man.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah.
The country is getting crazy. So I started looking for schools and the rest. So I got into there's a platform I actually go to, academic related.
Okay.
So academic related also are like they give you job opportunities and also scholarships, links to scholarships. So I got there. By the time I got there to look for scholarships so that I can just leave this country, I got to see one. It was even a pop-up. It was just a pop-up. So I was like, grants for West African students, Anglo, Francophone and Anglophone. So I now had to contact them. And they explained everything to me that, okay, this is how it's going to be done. This we have donors that are willing to send students on scholarship.
Yeah.
Counterpart. You know, so it looked like a joke.
Yeah.
Man, Brand.
That's how these things
like
happen.
A joke.
Yeah.
It was like a joke.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wow, what happened? And somebody got to call me from Cotonou. Like, okay, are you so person? You contacted us for this and this. So I was like, all these 400 people wanna leave me. Oh.
Yeah.
Just let me be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it was later on, I got to meet one of my friends who happens to be my coordinator now, my field coordinator at the moment.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, Big Bros, what's up? I saw your profile on our school. I said, which school? It was like St. Felicity University. I was like, how? He said, I thought you filled one form like that.
Yeah.
I said, yes. He said, I'm in the school. So I said, you guys want to
he's part of the team.
He said, no, it's legit. So he was like, okay, when am I going to be around? I said, I'm very much around. This guy left Cotonou, came to Nigeria, talked to me about it, and was like, man, let's do this thing. So I was like, I won't do anything. I won't do anything. I need to see for myself.
Yeah.
Please call me Austine Thomas.
Yeah.
Because I'm a doubting Thomas. I don't care. But you know.
Yeah.
So we did everything, booked a flight, and went to Lagos. And he was like, see, it's going to be difficult to this. And I was like, no, I want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to go there myself. So moved to the jetty. They call it, I think it's called Beggar. And the guy was like, we are not entering car. We'll board a boat from here to Cotonou. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So we got into that place,
Uh-huh.
you know. I was wearing a fine kaftan, you know. Oh, the connection again.
Yeah, but keep going. I think it's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wore a fine kaftan and held my bag. Got to the jetty. The guy was like, okay, I gave my bag. They took the bag inside. And the next thing was, I saw my bag coming out of the boat again, the speedboat.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening? He said, we are returning the stuff. You're going to pay 1,000 naira. I said, for what? They were like, okay, just wait for the next boat. And I was upset, you know.
Yeah, right.
Then you know the way we behave here. Then the person beside me, I threw it at the guy and was like, the guy was like, Bobo, calm down. Next time when you call here, put short knicker, put t-shirt.
I see.
So you see, we Africans, we don't even like ourselves.
Yeah, right.
In the first place, you know, because I am wearing a fine dress. You just profiled me to that side.
Yeah.
And taxed me.
Higher, yeah.
Apart from the fare, you taxed me again, you know?
Yeah.
So by the time we got there, only for me to get there and we saw that we were not the only NGOs. We're not the only NGOs for this work.
Yeah.
You know, so we had I think we had an NGO from Ghana. We had an NGO from Niger. And we were from Nigeria, and I think one other place.
Yeah.
From Cotonou itself.
Yeah. There was no Cameroon.
No, I didn't see that. Maybe next time we should start putting
Cameroonians are probably drinking beer. We love beer so much.
And you know, by the time we got there, you know, Fine, yeah, truly. You guys love beer.
Yeah.
Just like Nigerians.
Yeah. we just drink us beer. So when people are going for this NGO stuff, we're drinking beer.
So,
Yeah.
so by the time we got there, and unfortunately, let me just let you know this, Brian.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got to meet, as in it was crisis for some families, but those crises became breakthroughs for Mang Foundation.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Yes, please do.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. No. I was very sad by the incident that time.
Yeah.
On the day we got there, on the day of the presentation,
Yeah.
of the proposals and the rest, on why your students,
Yeah.
why you feel your country, the students from your country deserve this scholarship. You go and defend it.
Yeah.
So while we were sitting down, the person from Niger was talking,
Yeah.
and I was on phone. I was just checking, just browsing.
Yeah.
And the next thing I saw was that bandits just kidnapped Greenfield University.
Hey.
As in, they just said breaking.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Students have just been abducted from Greenfield University, Kaduna. And man, Brian, you know, I read theater arts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
yeah,
so
you had to perform.
So when I got there,
Yeah.
man, I thought I was just going to speak like a Martin Luther.
Yeah.
Well, I have a dream that one day, yeah, that one day Nigerian students will become one of the greatest students in Africa and the rest.
Yeah.
Well, you know, by the time I got there, everything changed all of a sudden. Why? Because I was paid. And I asked myself, okay, and I think Isaac knows somebody.
Yeah.
Isaac knows somebody that has a cousin that was kidnapped in that place.
Yeah.
So, you know, the thing pained me, and I was asking, what if it was your daughter?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Good question.
You know? And a friend of mine too had the same issue. His daughter too was kidnapped.
Yeah. Oh, his daughter actually, yeah.
They kept on calling that he should bring 10 million and the rest. Guys started mobilizing themselves from different, as in friends, good friends actually.
Yeah, right.
Mobilized themselves to say, okay, let's see how we could get this thing done. And they gathered these monies and sent it to this man. So I understood he couldn't eat for 2 days.
Yeah,
he couldn't drink water for 2 days. Yeah. And I imagined if it was me, if it was my daughter, what would I do?
Yeah.
You know, so, but that aside, by the time I got up and I started speaking, I got emotional. And I broke into tears.
Mashallah.
And I said, I'm not here to do politics. I'm not here to do politics. I didn't come to do politics here. I came for the purpose of students here.
Yeah.
We don't have any reason, because we don't stand to gain much. Yeah, we don't stand to gain we don't even stand to gain anything there. You know?
Yeah.
But let it be that I have affected a generation. Joy.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes I tend to even forget home.
Yeah.
That is my own family sometimes. Yeah. You know, and my wife will like, come, you're busy doing this. Do you know there's no palm oil?
Exactly. Yeah. I can relate with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and she actually brings me back to default setting to make me have that understanding that, okay, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
So with that, by the time I was done speaking, everywhere was dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. Then I think after like a minute, then
Yeah, they started clapping because then people were listening with their hearts. That's when you will not hear
Actually,
any sound. But when
yeah,
people are just
yeah.
listening with their ears, then other things have been making noise. Yeah.
It just happened. By the time we were done, they said they were going to get back to us.
Mhm.
So after so we had to go back to the hotel. While in the hotel, I said a prayer. I said a prayer.
Mhm.
I said, whatever it is, God, for Nigerian kids,
Mhm.
do what you want to do. Let your own will be done.
Mashallah.
I don't have any other thing. Just let your own will just be done.
Mhm. Amen.
Take it from there.
Yeah.
So 1 a.m. I was called. Mr. Mang, can we have a conversation with you?
Oh
I was
wow,
like,
1 a.m.
seriously, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You know. So the one of the donors
Mhm.
met me one-on-one. He came to the hotel actually, and we talked. We got talking, and he said something. He said, "We are giving you 500 slots."
Wow. That's 500,000.
Me? You mean me or said we are giving your foundation?
You or your shadow.
You understand the idea?
Yes.
So, so I was like, wow. So by the time I got back, I called my wife and I called her that by that time, and I told her, okay, this is what has happened. So what we need to do is we need to come back home. Scholarship, the scholarship. Okay, let me just put it this way. This is how the scholarship works. It's a counterpart scholarship, the tuition fee and the accommodation fee, right?
Yeah.
So the tuition fee, with the tuition fee, you're able to get about 1 million. That's the tuition fee is 1,678,000 CFA or thereabout.
Yeah, that's what we use in Cameroon. CFA.
Oh, franc CFA, yes.
Yeah.
So you say do franc,
Yeah.
do mil.
Yeah, 2 mil.
Yeah.
5 million.
So meal cut, you know.
Meal cut song. Song.
So I had to just go there to so by the time we checked, so it's about 1,678,000 or 76 CFA. So if you convert it, as at that time at 0.78, you're getting 1,200,000. At 0.78, that's conversion rate. So it's going to be 1,200,000. These donors, that's everything. 1,200,000.
Yeah.
So now with that, you could get accommodation. You pay for your accommodation and go and school for free.
Wow.
You understand the idea?
Yeah, right. I see. Yeah.
So that's why I want to make it very, very clear. By the time you go, you get there, you pay for your accommodation, you pay to the school. That one is between you and the school.
Yeah.
The moment we register you, of course you buy our forms.
Yeah, right.
By the time you buy the forms, you fill everything. You must have WAEC, that's 5 credits, math and English inclusive. And you know, by the time you have math and English inclusive, you put all those things in place and get us all those documentations. Then we enroll you.
Yeah.
Send those names to the schools and say, these are our candidates.
Yeah.
These are the people we actually want to have on our list.
Yeah.
And the school will grant you an admission and advise you on how to pay for your accommodation, so that, because scholarship students are expected to be in the hostel.
Yeah.
You have to be in the hostel so that we will not have issues. I think
so we can track them.
Yes, of
they
course.
cannot run.
And
it's not going to disappear.
because at the end of the day, these days, going to Cotonou is like going to US, to the US right now, because everybody just wants peace. Everybody just wants peace, you know.
Yeah, right.
And funny enough, by the time I got in my hotel, the door was open. We left the door open.
I'm sure people were wondering that what kind of people are these?
Do you understand? We left the door open because the only time I saw police was at the border. And when I was going back again, I met them at the border again. But virtually everywhere was just peaceful, you know. So, and I hope our men don't get there.
Yeah, right. Because there will be more opportunity. They'll be like, oh, this is heaven. This is paradise.
But you see, that's where we found ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
So you're going to pay an accommodation because 1,138 CFA has been paid, which is an equivalent of 850,000.
Yeah,
has been paid already. So what you need is 468 CFA, which is 350. That is at the rate of 0.78.
Yeah.
So by the time you get all those things, then you'll be able to go to school. As I speak with you, right?
Yeah.
That university has produced, Brian, as I'm talking to you right now, we have 3 students that are serving.
Oh, wow.
They're doing their NYC.
Congratulations.
We have
3 students. And 3 is a very important number.
Yeah, 3, yeah. I think you're good with numbers.
I studied the computer science, math, and philosophy.
I get that.
Anyway, continue with the students.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But by the time you put all those things in place, you now find out that your students will go to school.
Yeah.
They do more of 8 hours than the normal 6 hours.
Yeah.
No strike, no nothing. So by the time you calculate the 8 hours, instead of 4 years, they are going to round up in 3 years.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
And bag out with a degree. Now, for avoidance of doubt or anything, you could browse École Supérieure Sainte-Félicité University, right?
Yeah.
That school is accredited with Nigerian, that's Ministry for Higher Education, right? It has been accredited. It has been accredited by the NUC, and it is an affiliate to the University of Ibadan.
Oh, wow.
So by the time students go there, by the time they're done with their school, they come back and collect their results in UI. That's their statement of result comes out with, under UI.
Okay.
University of Ibadan.
Yeah.
So for Nigerian students going there it's more like they are schooling here too. So we don't have ASU crisis, which is one of the major things that has been politicized in Nigeria right now.
Yeah, right.
We're hoping that it will get better.
Yeah.
We're hoping so. But with that, if I'm able to get students to get to Cotonou, to school and come back, I'm telling you, a lot of them, before this scholarship was given, a lot of them work in ECOWAS because of the dual language.
Yeah, right.
French. Yeah, because when you get there, you have to spend a year learning French.
You have to end up saying bonjour.
Yes. And unfortunately, I can't speak.
Yeah. You have to learn to say bonjour, monsieur.
I'll definitely try and learn.
Yeah, you need to learn it. So that when you go to France, you'll be able to order food.
Actually.
You know, sorry, Kaisha, you know, like it's good to learn French so that when you go and see scenes they call fish, poisson, and then when you see like where they sell fish, poissonnerie, you're not going to say poisonnery. You see, so that's one reason you
with poisson.
poissonnerie and poisson. So you're not gonna say poisonery and think that they're selling poison there, whereas it's fish. So anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so those are the major things that we get to see. So if I'm able to get these students, right?
Yeah.
As much as possible, there are a lot of students that can't afford this.
Yeah.
So before I left the bank, we got talking with so many people, and that's the commercial banking sectors and the rest.
Yeah.
We had to bring in Access Bank to talk with Access Bank. It's still ongoing right now.
Yeah.
But there's this facility. It's a soft loan banks can issue to its customers, whether you are banking with them or not. You understand? Basically, salary earners, civil servants, public servants, and the rest. So because you have a static salary, you have a constant salary coming in. That should be able to be that should measure up. It should measure up, and so it serves as a collateral. But if you have that, and EcoBank, or rather, let's say EcoBank or Access Bank or Zenith Bank wants to give you a facility, you mustn't have a salary account in
their
those
own
banks.
right. I see.
There's a form you just sign, a GSI. That's General Standing Instruction, saying that, okay, whenever money comes in, debit and credit this person. I am authorized.
I see.
So once the customer signs that, right, when the salary comes in, automatically that is being debited from the customer. So the risk of getting all these customers to run away will not be there. So the bank is safe, the customer is safe, and Mang Foundation too is safe. So you could walk to any bank if you're a civil servant and ask for that, and say, we want to pay our child's school fees, and at the end of the day, you can say we can pay you can pay within 6 months. Because 350,000, depending on your salary, 350,000 can be spread around 6 months, so that it won't choke you, so that your DSR, that's your debt service ratio, will not strangle you actually. So that you will have the willingness to pay back.
It's like a payment plan, right? Like how people buy cars.
Exactly.
So you pay, because you could round that 350 to 336. 36 divided by 6 is 6.
Yes.
So you being like, so it's actually very
You've been there.
I see. But from my understanding, it's like the Mang Foundation is like a network, right? If I have to be a bit extreme, it's like the mafia, where you have different families, So it's like the mafia, where you have different families with connections. So there's this logistic network where you could float. It's really amazing what you guys have done.
We're hoping to get to that level, but not like the mafia. But we want to be a brand name. Want to be a brand name connecting people.
It's amazing.
We want to ensure that, okay, how can we bring in banks? How can we bring in the educational sector? How can we even bring in those people in the market? Of course, if you are okay, like now, a lot of students right now, as I speak with you, okay, like 4 students that I know, they go to Cotonou to import cars. They were students. They were students. But right now, the exposure has made them to know.
Exactly.
Yes, and the networking now. Yes. And I had a problem with my car. We needed to change the brain box. And one of them just picked his phone and said, and he spoke. He said, mon frère. Is it to comprendre? What did he say? Combien? Yes.
Combien? Yeah, combien is how much?
Combien, how much? Yes.
Yeah,
They
right.
asked him about the gearbox, and he said,
Yeah.
is it available? He said yes. He said combien, and the guy said so and so. Was like no, and they priced it actually.
Yeah.
And within a week, I got my stuff, and my car is doing well right now.
Mashallah.
And that guy was a student.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he's just waiting to be mobilized for NYSC.
Yeah.
So you could see that, okay.
Yeah, I see.
There are a lot of things, networking, everybody's connecting.
Yeah.
You know, want to bring it to a phase where we put all those things together.
Yeah.
So that at least by the time we get somewhere, we know that, okay, it's not by our strength. We thrive on people's strength.
Yeah. It's just like a broom, right? Like if you have one broomstick, you cannot sweep the house. But it's when you have a bunch of them that of the sticks that you could sweep. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what we were trying to do now. Now, there was something I came back home to do. Immediately I left, I came back home, and the first thing I started pursuing wholeheartedly was to meet House of Reps members,
okay,
senators,
so
that at least they could also leverage on these people. If you get to sponsor a child, right? I know. Okay, I know. Sheikh Sani has been on.
Yes. I had a conversation with Sheikh Sani. Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah,
and very amazing guy.
Yes, he is.
Sheikh Sani is. I so much desire to meet that man.
We could have a conversation here. We could host a panel here if you want. We can have a conversation here. We have had even Dr. Paramalam, you know,
Paramalam.
Yeah, we could have. We could arrange all of those if you're interested.
Yeah. You know, because I see Sheikh Sani, irrespective of religion, irrespective of where we come from.
Yeah.
You know, I see him as a mentor.
Okay. Oh wow.
I see him as somebody that is a rallying point. You know.
Yeah.
So with people like that have the masses at heart, you know.
Yeah.
You are people like that could key into it.
Yeah. Right.
But by the time I got back home, I tried to contact one or two people, send proposals to them, and say, okay, can you sponsor at least a child? You're not sending the money to me.
Yeah.
You're paying the school.
Yeah.
The school, it's going to be a deal between you and the school. You pay the accommodation to the school. The school makes the arrangement for the accommodation.
Yeah.
And so many people are saying, you see, that's where the problem we have. That's one of the major problems we have in Nigeria or in Africa generally. Nothing good comes easy, according to Bongo's Ikwe. So everybody must suffer.
Yeah, right. True.
So it looks too good to be true that, Brian, do you know that with 1 million naira, right?
Yeah.
With just 1 million naira, you can go to Eco St. Felicite University.
Oh, wow.
And finish and come back and sell with 1 million naira.
That's 3 years.
3 years.
Mashallah. That's actually amazing. Because
So
I paid when I was in the Catholic University, that was 1 million a year instead. 1 million in France, I think.
In a year.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So with this one, I'm localizing it and saying 1 million naira.
Yes,
right?
for 3 years.
Because,
it's like it's on discount.
For 3 years.
It's a discount.
So by the time you just pay in your 1 million to the school, you're done.
Yeah.
And so many, you know, the politics that is going on in Nigeria, that you must be from a certain catchment area for you to be able to get an admission to a certain university.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong to me.
Yeah, it's like classism now. It's like how you have first class, second class. Those are the things that really screw up society. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like you trying to do a shibboleth system.
Yeah.
You know, you're shibbolething. You know, the shibboleth system started from the Jews and the rest. So where segmentation was going on, you say, okay. I was traveling one day.
Yeah.
I was traveling some some weeks, no, immediately after I came back,
Yeah.
I got to a place and we walked down to. We had a problem with the car.
Mm-hmm.
That same gearbox problem.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So by the time, so the car couldn't move. So we now stopped at a place.
Mm-hmm.
So when we moved to the guys over there, and the next thing, we were going to sleep there.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have anywhere to go. We were going to sleep there. There was no two ways about it because getting a mechanic will have to be the next day.
Yeah.
Because it was in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So a friend of mine was there, Hamza. So Hamza is a Muslim,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a Christian.
Yeah.
So while we were sitting down, the next thing Hamza was about to go and pray.
Mm-hmm.
So he just walked up to some people over there,
yeah,
and said, "Don Allah zan samu buta. Please, can I get a kettle so that I can
you can wash up,
yes, and wash up and do and immediately the guys just how it came out. The stuff just came out from nowhere.
Yeah, life is magical, right?
I was like, wow,
yeah, right.
You know,
yeah.
So by the time he went to pray, and I waited for him. After he finished praying, he came back. So by the time we were about to leave, by the time we were about to look for where we could just pet, you know. So we tried to put the chair down,
right. I had to recline
just
them.
sleep.
Yes.
Yeah. And the next thing, somebody just walked up to the car and asked Hamza.
Yeah.
He said, Yalla Bey, there's a place for you to sleep.
Mashallah. Yeah, I see. I have a note on that though, but just finish and I'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay. So when automatically when he asked for that kettle, it was just a shibboleth.
Yeah.
It just classified me to that level. But I wasn't bothered because I just have I have an open mind. You know. So that was irrespective of all these things. Let me not digress.
Right.
I had to come back and I said, okay, so why don't we do it this way? Whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, get to school.
Yeah.
Because if you get to school, we won't have these issues. Man, I got to the hostel. Oh, I think I should be able to share. I'll send you some pictures.
Okay, please.
I got to their hostel.
Yeah.
I got to their hostels and okay, I think Isaac should have these pictures.
He should? All right. He can send it, and so long after this chat, we could always like distribute, like share.
Yes.
Even on So we can.
Very well.
Yeah.
So immediately after all those things, we now got to realize that a Muslim and a Christian leaving Nigeria to Cotonou, they forget anything called religion.
Yeah.
Religion is kept aside and humanity begins to play.
Yeah.
But the moment they come back, everybody goes his way.
They put their hats on back.
So but you see, they put their hats on back actually. So those are the things we're trying to see how we could bring back that sanity.
Yeah.
Gone are those days when I tell you what, I always desire every day of my life, or rather every year of my life, for Eid Malud. Because I know my neighbors who are Muslims will bring the ram.
In meat to bring us together.
Yeah, you know.
But more than meat to bring us together.
And you know, on Christmas Day, we'll pack all those things, put on our heads on trays, and you know, then by the time we get to the door, and we knock, Salaam alaikum, salam alaikum, you know, you just knock and wa alaikum salam, you know, the person comes in and says we brought food for the Christmas. So my mom said we should bring back the plate.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
No, tell me.
It means my mom said we should bring back the plate. So you that I brought the food for, you're supposed to go inside, turn it in your own plate,
and give me back my container.
Wash the container, and put some change inside for us.
Now I see. yeah. I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's an exchange. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was fun. You know, as in the guy is trying to wish you happy Christmas. You know, so he dropped some good things and there was so much harmony.
Yeah.
Until the crisis merchants met together in a witchcraft meeting and decided that Nigeria was not going to be at peace.
But it's not only on them though. It's also like on the actual peacemakers, because everything is a test, right? So so if you look at it like that, then you spoke of a balance, right? So if you have two ends, it's just and failure is actually a feedback mechanism. So it's just for you to see that, okay, those of us that are supposed to hold the peace, we need to work harder. So exactly. So it's just to see that and then re-energize and re-strategize.
Exactly. And that's what we've tried to do. I'll tell you something. There are a lot of crises that have been suppressed. Personally, I've made so much effort to suppress so much. Yeah. You know, to say, guys, we mustn't be this, we mustn't be that. But what should be done should be done. Yeah. You can't be robbing Peter to pay Paul and expect Paul to keep quiet.
Yeah, very true.
Because that's the beginning of the crisis. When injustice is censored, when injustice is being sensed by another party that we are being marginalized. The Fulani people talking today are saying they're being marginalized, not because of anything, because actually at a point in time, some of them were ignored.
Yeah, true.
So whether we like it or not, they too will have that mind to say, man, we too. Just the way right now we are feeling beaten, and like my Biron people will say, my tribesmen will say, man, we are passing through the lion's den right now. You know, because just last week, crops about 6 hectares of crops were sliced down by unknown gunmen.
That's really sad,
And actually very sad. And I got emotional the day a woman was being videoed with a phone. Yeah. Somebody just videoed her and she was crying and saying, where else can we go? This is what we were hoping for, to send our children to school. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So it's quite painful. But once there's a balance and you say, okay, the security network should go all round. Yeah. And that's why we're having issues of Amotekun today coming into play, and the ESN coming into play. Then in Medjugorje now we have civilian JTF. Yeah. You know, we have Operation Rainbow in Jos. Yeah. Even though
I have some notes on that though, because your original thesis and what really drives you to be able to go through all the heat you're going through is that education is key, right?
Very key. So
but if we look at that like scientifically, one thing that really educates people is money, because money has many attributes. One of them is a unit of measurement. So that brings us to the real problem that we are having, which is like inflation. Because if money is a unit of measurement, then it's the same like kilometers or centigrade that you used to measure temperature or distance. So imagine that you wake up today and they say 1 kilometer is now 0.8 kilometers, or the next day 1 kilometer is 1.2. You'll not even be able to measure where you're going. You see, so now
yeah.
since our governments keep printing money and due to inflation, you get to the point like one philosopher said, when you are playing such games, it's like you're measuring a table, but at one point you not know if you're measuring the table or the ruler.
Table or the roller.
Yeah, so you don't know what you're measuring. So that's where the confusion comes from. Because if you look at how it relates to all the issues, the woman crying or even the gunman going, is because they don't have any other thing to do. If you look at rich people, for example, they are very busy because they're busy trying to secure their money. So if you and I, all of us had this wealth to manage, like maybe you tell me good morning, I'm not here, not because I hate you, but just because I'm busy calculating.
Thinking about what,
Exactly. So that's what they call time preference, right?
Yeah.
So when you have a system that doubles your money, you are very busy calculating on how you could work to make things work out. But if not, then people will be idle, and that's why every other thing that we're facing now is happening. So we need to re-educate ourselves, even from government, so that we know how to secure these monetary systems and policies that will enable us to achieve our own perfections.
Wow. That was a punchline.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was just inspired from hearing your story.
That was deep, man. That was deep.
Yeah.
I think okay, somebody Obadiah Melafia.
Mm-hmm.
Obadiah Melafia actually said this. He said the target right now is going to be in major cities.
Mm-hmm.
And he was followed up by DSS, of course, to find out where are you getting all this your information from.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, the reality is dawning on us right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Abuja right now is a place where no one is safe.
Yeah.
In fact, under just there's a bridge close to where I live.
Yeah.
Under the bridge has become a den of robbers, of kidnappers.
Uh-huh.
So you don't stop there because passengers used to stop there to board another vehicle.
Yeah.
But those kidnappers come there to park them and move to.
You see, they don't have anything better to do because probably
Nothing.
they were once passengers who stopped there, and then they did not have any other interesting thing to do, so they stayed there.
Yeah.
And then eventually it becomes important to rob people for them. So it's really a thing where, yeah, if you look at it like God or life shows us the problems in our eyes, we just need to see
in our eyes, but we don't get to listen or pay attention to them, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So I think Brian, I think it boils down to the money issue.
Yeah.
And that was why I was saying this. By the time you keep on building and building and building wealth for yourself, without building people,
true,
you are going to fall into deep shit.
Yeah.
Permit me to use that word.
Please use it. Use any word you want to use.
They're going to be in deep shit.
Yeah,
you
very
know?
True. Yeah.
You know why? Because at the end of the day, okay, we've had a lot of people that amassed wealth for themselves, right? Mm-hmm. By the time they got back home, they had nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
And that was where whistleblowing became one of the most fantastic things in Nigeria. Yeah. Whistleblowing became one of the top things, you know. You know why? Relatives of those people were the whistleblowers. Yeah. Because you never did anything to us. You never did anything for us. Mm-hmm. You never sent our children to school. Yet you have this amount of money. Who are you keeping it for? How long are you going to use it? No matter how much, you have, you can't spend it in a day. Yeah.
There's a movie though. There is a movie that this guy was, I think it's some millionaire. He was asked by his grandfather to spend, I think, $1 million a day for 30 days. And then if he's able, if he's able, they will give him many more millions. If not, the dude could not. So all of us who even think we can spend money, if you start spending 1 million a day, you get tired. By the
You get
fifth
tired.
day,
Yeah.
you don't even know what to do.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
By the time it's already 5 hours, you're already tired. Okay, what can I buy again? What can I buy?
exactly. Yeah.
You know. So those are the things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
No matter how many cars you have, you only drive one.
One, yeah, true.
No matter how much what do we call it? No matter how many rooms you build, you sleep in one.
Yeah. Sometimes people don't even sleep in rooms. like I mean, you
Some of them
notice
sleep in the bathrooms.
you're probably working every time you sleep on the couch or you sleep somewhere else.
Brian, I know of a friend of mine. He can't remember the last time he slept on his bed.
You see? Yeah.
he used to work for P&G.
Yeah.
So man, the guy is always on the
Up
road,
and down,
always on the road, up and down, like the devil looking for whom to devour.
I know what you mean. Like actually, the whole week, yeah, it's yesterday that I actually slept. I went to bed this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, because you get so busy, like sleeping on the couch, just taking naps. You see.
Yeah.
But also, on the point of education is key, right? From my experience, one reason why and on the whistleblowing thing is because, and it comes back, everything comes back to what you're saying. When people are educated, will even know how to interact, because this is what happens with some people who build wealth, and I've experienced that as I'm trying to build my own life. So what I do and what I did, like mostly computers and learning, no one taught me. So I struggled on my own. So when I see people that say they want to do it, I invest a lot of time. I'm really happy to support them. But most times they don't have the passion to continue. Maybe they just heard that, okay, to be a computer programmer, you have money, and that tickles them. So now, so we lack that spirit of apprenticeship that our old fathers had. Like in Benin, when you see the arts that they have, those drawings, those things, even the food that we have today. If you notice, since all of us were born, I don't think we have discovered any new meal. Like our grandfathers gave us all of those things. What have we? We have not innovated anything. You see. So now the same thing with people that try to build wealth. You would hear somebody else that says, okay, support me to do this, and you'll be excited. You give them, I think you have experienced this too as a foundation. You give them the money and they don't do anything with it. So over time, you stop doing that. You prefer to build your own dreams. And then those people will blow the whistle later on you, baby. So that's one part that the education has to fix for us.
Actually, well, you just made a point here right now, right?
Yeah.
We got to meet some people in order to assist with empowerment and the rest.
Yeah.
Right. So we just picked some set of people. We had to train them, put everything in place, and said, okay, this is how you're going to do it. We got some POP guys.
Yeah.
Some crazy POP, this ceiling, They taught them how to put one or two things in place and the rest, and they learned that stuff. Yeah. So on the day we were supposed to grant them, we gave the NGO. I was actually it was not Mang Foundation. Yeah. It was another NGO. So I was just trying to partner with them. So by the time they had finished everything, they gave each of the participants 100,000 naira, 100,000 naira. Yeah. So they were supposed to come back for evaluation. So when we came back for evaluation, one of the guys was nowhere to be found. So what happened?
He went to drink.
They said my guy went, no, he added another wife.
Oh, wow.
He added another wife with 100,000.
Almost go buy chieftaincy title on top of that.
So as I earlier on said, if no matter how somebody wants to grow, or rather, no matter how you want to make somebody grow, if the person doesn't want to grow, the person will never grow. Yeah. And that's the problem we have. Yeah. So, well, I think that's where Mang Foundation is trying to ensure that, okay, we are like the bank. Yeah. Yeah, as rightly you said, we're like a mafia.
Yeah.
We're bringing the haves
Yeah,
and the
right.
have-nots.
Yeah.
Bringing the haves and the have-nots together to see how we could balance
Yeah.
the stuff. But unfortunately, Brian, as I speak with you,
Yeah.
this is one of our first projects that we've done that we got an external donor. Everything we've been doing in Mang Foundation, we fund ourselves.
Mashallah. Yeah.
We
And
fund
that's the
ourselves.
best gift God could give you. Because
Actually.
yeah, from there you learn enough and you actually learn what it means to thrive. And then
Exactly.
yeah, and then when the externals come now, and then one thing is if you start with external, you don't have a dream. Because when people give you money, they tend to dictate what you do. Like it's simple.
Actually.
When a parent sends us to school and pay our fees, they say do this, do that. That's simple.
Biology.
Yes, that's simple, right? So you think it's an investor that will come and give you his money and they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, spend it however you want. You see, so it's good to start that way.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
I think I'm more comfortable like this for now.
Yeah.
Even though because sometimes when there's always the desire to do so much, but there's
Yeah.
virtually nobody to support you. So
Yeah. True.
I see it as holding someone's money or holding someone's destiny.
Yeah.
I see it as witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I be giving so much money, or rather this particular amount of money to share or to empower people? Then I pocket it.
Yeah.
What for?
True.
At least, man, guy, I love my sleep.
Yeah. When God wants to punish you, like so I mean, life is very funny, right?
I like when God wants to punish.
Yeah,
you.
when God wants
You
to
know,
punish you. You know, they always say that like God is a clown, like God likes to joke. That's why you see, like they say that God
We take it
uses,
for granted.
yeah, and God uses like things that don't make sense to teach us lessons. You see what I mean? So when God wants to punish you, God can make anything to happen to you that you yourself you look at it and say, sir. You see, so yeah. But at the end of the day, true people, because we don't even know what death is. Some cultures say that death is just the soul changing bodies. Yeah, the same way that like you can change the tablecloth on top of a table.
Even your clothes.
Yeah,
Just
even your
remove
clothes.
this and put another
Exactly.
one
Yeah.
there.
So death, and there's this old Chinese story that tries to teach us the essence of death. That there's a girl who was seen by the emperor. So the emperor liked her and wanted her to be a concubine. So they came and took her, and she was crying. She cried for days until her eyes were fat. So when she got to the emperor's house or the palace, she had a servant, like 1 7 for her legs, 1 7 for her back, 1 7 for her head. So they gave her a bath, massage that. Then she asked herself that, wait, why was I crying? Only the way that she enjoyed the massage. She remember the village that she came from. She made, wait, why was I crying?
Why was I crying? You know?
So the moral is that like we can be living here, and then when we die or when people die, we cry and think that you don't know where you are going. You may go and then you still the enjoyment, and you're like, wait, when I was on earth, why was I even trying to get stuck there?
You know one funny thing, Brian. You just struck me right now. Before my mom died, we kept on praying, called pastors, called people all around to pray, widows.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
my mom actually had 21 widows that she was taking care of then.
That's 7.
So
21 divided by 7, 3 7s.
Yes. 7.
7 is
so she had 21 because she had the capacity.
7 times 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, and you see 3. That's 3 you talked about.
7 and 3. Yeah. Continue, sorry.
So she had 21 widows. So the 21 widows gathered and started praying, crying, wailing, and asking God, please, we need this woman to be alive and the rest. And so we kept on insisting. So I normally go home to meet her. And one day she just looked at me and she made the sign like this. And I came. And she said, you guys should leave me.
Yeah.
Because she went on a coma and came back. You know, so we're like, that means she must have seen something.
Yeah.
That was far better than this place. You know?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the woman that was saying, I will not die, is now saying, please, you guys
leave
should
me to go. Exactly, yeah.
So I think there's more to it than what we can see, actually.
Yeah, very true.
You know, so back to this. So if we're able to mobilize and get people that should be able to support a child, even if it's going to be your cousin, why would you do that? Get the stuff and send the guy to school. You know, there's a House of Reps member that I know in Plateau that has a WhatsApp group. He has a WhatsApp group. As in, the guys actually just formed a WhatsApp group for themselves and called it so person's boys.
Yeah. It's like an army. Yeah, right.
That's a mafia being built there.
Yeah, right.
Let me. Sorry,
mafia.
permit me to use that word. Yeah, the mafia.
I love mafia, man. I learn. That's why I go learn. I love the mafia because, like, not to interject, but the thing is that if you look at the world, you learn a lot from the mafia. Like they are very organized. Yeah, they are very organized. They have lieutenants, they have generals. So it's hard for me. The government is not that open with what they do, but when you look from the mafia, although they're hidden, you can see their structure. So I love them. I learn from the mafia. So So anyway, sorry, continue.
So if they actually formed that group.
Yeah.
They're about 100 and something.
Oh wow.
Those guys got job opportunities. Those guys are working.
Yeah.
In parastatals, different parastatals in the whole of this country.
Oh wow.
And just one man.
That's a cartel.
Placed them.
That's a cartel right there.
It's already a cartel. And tomorrow, if the guy comes out and says, I want to become president, he has people in INEC.
Yeah, he has worked for it.
And he worked for it. Then you will come from nowhere. CBN work is your father that your father's uncle's brother, sister that has it.
Yeah.
All the juicy places. Then when civil defense comes out, you now say, okay, you should bring form. But the major stuff, you have not done anything.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow, you're forgetting the fact that you have a son or a daughter that is still 7 years or 8 years old, that you will soon retire when you become 60.
Yeah.
And after your retirement, you can't do anything. You won't be able to do anything. You go and face your farm.
Yeah.
At that point in time, you can't call anybody. You can't call anybody from your former office to say, my son is coming.
True. Yeah.
And some certain set of people will even call you, or rather, will even pray that your son should get this job, so that I will be able to deal with him the way you dealt with us.
You see,
you know.
Yeah.
So those are things that we should look at.
Yeah.
And if you build a child, you build a nation.
Very true.
And that's why so many of us don't understand. So if I'm coming to do Mang Foundation, it's not because of the money. How much is it going to be? How much is it going to pay?
Yeah. Because too much money will even make you not sleep. So
exactly. Why should I want to do that? So at the end of it, I think that's one of the basic things about Mang Foundation. I don't want to eat too much of the time.
Yeah.
You know. But I think if we look into this society and know that okay, Africans should be for Africans.
Yeah.
Then the problem is already beginning to solve. But by the time we sit down to depend on these people
aid
outside
and the
this
rest.
country,
I have things to talk about that again. Back to money.
Yes.
The thing is that uh, if I mean you've been into banking, so and you were explaining how you could from the network with Zenith and EcoBank, and you don't even need to have
Access Bank.
yes. So that's fractional reserve banking. You don't. It's not like when they're giving you a loan, they go into a box and take it out. The money they just update accounts. So and that's how inflation comes about, because back in the day when like money maybe was backed by gold, you can to if you look at coins, they used to have some small lines by the side.
Holes and even a hole.
That's how they remove some of the gold.
Just to scrape them off.
Yeah, you scratch. If you do that a million times, you already have a million. You see, so better you scratch small gold from it. That's how you debase the currency, right?
Wow.
But nowadays it's just with numbers. So it's even easier because you just update this account. So with that, people just add credit people's accounts and the rest. You don't need to have over collateralized loans.
Cash.
So I just look at you and say, okay, you probably be having a salary, and then I just add the money. So
that's all.
And that's how inflation works. So when we're relying on loans or support from outside, more of this money is printed. So and that's how our currencies are debased, and you'll be surprised that your grandmother will say, I used to pay for my house 100 naira. And then you'll probably be laughing that today it costs you a couple of thousands and the rest. That's because the money has been debased so much so that you need these hundreds and hundreds. So if we are relying on aid and things like that, we are just robbing ourselves of our future.
Exactly. And that boils down to when I was in Cotonou. When I got to Cotonou, my welcome address at the border, Brian, was. The guy looked at me, and two of us were there. So the guy looked at us, and normally this very guy that brought me back to this place, or that rather that took me to Cotonou. He left there. By the time we came to change money, and the guy was like, "Mon frère." Mon frère.
Yeah, mon frère. It means my brother.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
And the guy turned and looked at him with so much disdain, you know. I was like, me, mon frère?
Yeah.
No, me, no mon frère. Me, patron.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So the guy said no before. Naira, Sefa, Naira big, past Sefa.
Yeah.
Sefa now, Naira.
Equal. Yeah.
So you, mon friend, that's my brother.
Yeah.
We are in this together, you know.
Yeah, right.
But before now, they called Nigerians patron.
Yeah. I see. Yeah.
But right now, as I'm talking to you, as a Tuesday, Brian.
Yeah.
The Sefa and the Naira as a Tuesday, just this Tuesday, the Sefa and the Naira were at 0.0000.
Oh wow!
They were at par.
Yeah, Nigeria borrowed from China. I think when I read the news of the borrowing, and I just said, "Oh my God!" Like because Nigeria has a central bank, it can print money, and so when you have that button to print money, you have to be very careful.
Careful.
Very careful how you press it, because that's how you make your currency to go down. And then when you press it, if you want to see, so there's a lot of work that needs to be done in Africa. Like we Africa itself is like money, because the resources that we have makes Africa itself money. So if we start relying on externals and the rest, and this was one of the causes of the slave trade, because if you remember, they said that like in Cameroon, the Europeans brought glass, right? Glass and mirrors, and they used that to buy us. So that's because we were using that as money, because it was scarce here in Africa. We had gold and such metals. So the Europeans went and manufactured them and then came and flooded our markets with it. So and that's why, and that's how we would always be slaves, because if we print more money and debase our currency as it's going down, then somebody in America can come with like $1 million dollars, which would be like 500 million
500
of your money,
yeah,
and he can buy the
yeah.
whole village. You see what I
And
mean?
send it out.
Yeah, exactly. So we have to money is the core of all of these things that we're doing.
Exactly. And you see, they're trying as much as possible to ensure that you devalue your currency so that it will be easier for them to just come
and take
pick
over
whatever they want to do. Yeah.
Yes, right. Exactly.
And you will just be assuming and you'll be blaming and saying, oh, this country is bad, this country is bad. They see, these guys know. Okay, BDC is just some weeks back. BDCs were shut down. They were stopped from dollars was not given to them. What do you think? The dollar is going to be scarce.
Yeah.
So from before we realize the dollar may reach 700,000, rather 700 naira for a dollar. So what used to be 218, 215.
Yeah.
What used to be 156.
It's almost gonna times 6.
Times 6. So by the time before December, we should expect, if this continues, right, we should expect that it's going to be like 700 naira.
Yeah.
To a dollar, just a dollar, 700 naira.
Yeah.
So by that time, we'll begin to. There were rumors that 5,000 naira note has been printed. In the Nigerian sense, and that should be a rumor. I think.
Yeah, right. I see.
I know Tokam.
Yeah, me too. I did not hear. What did you say?
So
yeah,
but you see that's where we found ourselves, and to be honest, if like now, this amount, this school fees that we're talking about, this 468, that's the accommodation, 468,768 sefa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, may likely rise.
Yes.
So the school fees won't be 350 again. It may likely rise. So what we are saying is this: why don't we get people that are willing and able to put all those things in place, so that it's going to be easier for us Africans?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, right now as we speak, a lot of companies in Nigeria, we are just at the receiving end. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We receive. We're just like the Dead Sea, receiving without giving out.
Yeah.
And so that's why the Dead Sea is the way it is today. But the River Jordan is always flowing, from this side to this side,
Yeah, right. I see.
So I think what we need to do and re-emphasize, or rather what we need to de-emphasize, is the fact that we should look inwards in order to put things in place. If we don't look inwards, if we are not able to sponsor our children to go to these fine schools, right, we'll end up. You see, I've always said this thing about. Sorry, I'll just digress a little.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Boko Haram, right?
Yeah.
Boko means education, Western education. Boko, right?
Yeah.
Haram is
bad
something
thing.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
So
negative.
Western education is forbidden, right?
Yeah.
If you check it out today, schools, universities are on strike. The deal between ASU and the federal government has still not been met. Students are being kidnapped.
Yeah.
So if kidnappers ask you, don't come to the hostel, don't come to the university, don't come to school today, and federal government tells you to, don't worry, they are just making noise. Brian, to be honest, who would you weigh?
Especially if I'm in the village, man, I will follow those that are closer to me. The person that can easily slap me, that's the person that I will follow. You see what I mean? Because like where the kick comes from now, the person that can kick me first. You see what I mean? That's the person that I'll follow.
Exactly. So I think the best thing is for us to, number one, secure our places. But for the meantime, where we cannot secure all these things, where we cannot go and sleep, why don't we take these children to these schools where if there's any if you cough, if you cough, they will answer you.
Yeah.
You know, everybody will be rushing with a tissue paper and say, bless you, bless you, bless you. You know?
Yeah, right. True.
You know,
Yeah.
because if the school already understands that these guys are in our care.
Yeah.
So we must do everything possible to protect them.
Yeah. True.
Right?
Yeah.
And they have the means to protect them. It's not that we don't have the means to protect them over here, but those modalities, the modus operandi has not been put in place.
Yeah.
While we are trying to meet the modus operandi, why don't we look for another option? Will the children wait for the next 4 years before they are able to do anything? No.
Yeah, and
So
as time is going, money is getting harder to
exactly harder.
Yeah, so, yeah.
It's just like a comedian said. A 60-year-old man will, a young 25-year-old girl will tell a 60-year-old man, harder. Do you want to kill him? Do you want to kill the guy? So you know, those are the things. The whole thing. Everybody is being muzzled up. Everybody is held to the neck right now.
Yeah.
So, in order to put all those things in place, we need guys. We need men. We need men. I don't know if you heard about the Oba.
The party?
The Oba gist. Yeah, the Oba party.
Yeah, I heard it. The band was supposed to come here that day. He went to the party and then...
definitely my guy.
Yeah, he went there and told us that we give you an hour. And that's how he went. So,
yeah, I understand. But you see, at the end of the day, the lessons learned from that place.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, those monies that were spread, that was sprayed round and the rest, were gathered together, and 300 boys were mobilized.
Wow.
Now that's as in 300 boys were mobilized, as in go and start a business.
Mashallah.
Then
that's it.
Yes. Yeah. After like so months, we'll come and do a checkup on you.
Yeah.
And this same guy, I don't know him. I in fact, funny enough, I've met this same Obi Kubana guy.
Yeah.
That guy, everybody's saying, oh, nice guy. That guy is not a nice guy when it comes to business. So
yeah, if you're nice with business, then go and open a charity.
Man, the guy is strict. Yeah. Yes. If you just go and get a
but I mean, law
foundation.
Laws are there to set us free, right? Like if you're driving, but that's one thing we need to add in education, like in Africa. Because if the law is that I drive on the right hand side, it sets you free. You see, from being afraid, because you know that the person on the other side is going the opposite direction. So you see, so you can focus. So there's that freedom that you achieve. So laws are there to set us free. So sometimes people think that like strictness and the rest is there to entrap us. But it's there to set you free. Yeah.
And you know, funny enough, I sat down beside the guy. That was a long time ago. That was 2013 or so.
Yeah.
Then he was running a bar called Ibiza.
Yeah, Isaac told me that. Yeah, I heard of that bar. Yeah.
He was running a bar called Ibiza. This guy was somebody that would come and sit down and would say, this your what's that tissue paper doing there? My friend carried that thing, and you know, everybody feared Oga.
Yeah.
But he was just free with his customers, you know.
Yeah, right.
So little did I. So when the gist now came, and I used to go to Ibiza then to eat fish, you know. So by the time I saw the guy has not changed.
Yeah.
The guy has not changed. He's still the same him.
Yeah.
You know. And I was like, wow, mobilizing people. See people. He built people.
Yeah.
And that was why people had to come back and, this guy was almost like Solomon, almost trying to break the record of Solomon.
Mashallah.
Having
women.
400, no, apart from the women. How many, about 300 cows.
Man.
The guy became a herdsman, man. But that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because he has affected the lives of people. So irrespective of whatsoever anybody says about where he's getting his money from, or man, if you say it's ritual, that's your business, man.
Yeah.
But the guy is affecting lives.
Yeah.
And he mobilized 300 guys
Mm-hmm.
to grab. So why don't we still pick up and say, okay, these are the kind of men that we also want to be, and emulate such people. And
Excellent.
through this time around, okay, he has mobilized these guys. Some of them have not gone to school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of them don't want to go to school. They just
Yeah.
want to make the money.
Yeah.
Because they are seeing other people making money without going to school.
Yeah, true.
But that doesn't matter. But if the ones that want to go to school are available, why don't we help these guys?
Yeah, true.
You know, getting somebody like Obi Kubana to say, okay, come and leverage on this. It's going to be difficult. You know why? Already a circle has already been, that brings us back to the mafia now.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
A circle has already been created.
Yeah.
So for people like Austine Mangs that should be able to access such nice people, such good people, to key into this very stuff, it's going to be difficult because the circle has already been
the
closed.
concrete is hard. When they're still building it and cementing it, then it's soft. You can even write on it.
You can write on it,
but when it's hard,
and you know, little did that.
When time passes, now you have a concrete.
You have a concrete, you can't do anything. You can't even break it. You know?
Yeah.
So, but I think if we have people like that, not necessarily that it must be Obi himself, but if we have people that should be able to key into this and see how well this future can replicate itself, I think it will go a long way.
I have a suggestion though. So and we were speaking almost for 2 hours.
I'm surprised. 2 hours.
That's how it is. Almost for 2 hours. So that's how this thing is when we start chatting and looking at the ideas. It's really, to me, it's therapy, and it's something that time like stops. You see. So you had mentioned Shehu Sani and looking at all the possibilities, because you as a visionary, we have not spoken about your education, but I think I got the fundamental part, which is from your dad. When he especially when he said, can people differentiate between the blood of, let's say, like, can you tell if this is Muslim blood or no? It's the same blood. And that's what soldiers used to say. Deep down, when you wound us, we bleed the same blood. So it doesn't matter if you're black, white, blue, black, yellow, however you are. So now what I'm thinking is, in terms of politics, and also in terms of money and education, it's about incentives, right? Yeah. So maybe if you want to break through in the government, it shouldn't be about them giving, but maybe writing bills that can maybe give tax breaks to people that donate to such causes. You see, so that way they have set up a political system where, like, if I have donated to Mang Foundation or this, I have tax breaks of this amount, or so maybe that's one thing you can work on with like your board. That's what I was thinking when you mentioned Shehu Sani. Because that way you are not going to tell politicians give us money, but you are going to build something that, like, and it gives even you leverage in the sense that you can sponsor people and then take the receipts and also get a reward, and then you get that reward and sponsor more people. So I think that's how we should be building a society. People should be able to see profit from what they do. So that's something that that came to mind as we were chatting.
Thanks. I just told it.
Thank you for listening. I mean, you described the thing, and that's what came to mind. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because how else will you get the government to support you? Like, think about it. Yeah, think about it. How else?
And do you know what funny thing, Brian? I didn't look at it that way. I didn't really look at it that way, but you see, by the time you create that platform, right, where it is knitted into the constitution of the federal
you don't need to tell people that support us. They will come to you. They want the tax breaks. They want the tax breaks.
Exactly, because they want the tax break. Those breaks, you know. But I think we'll look into that. You see, that's where we have a problem, Brian. People like Shehu Sani today are no longer in.
Right. I see.
To be able to do such bills, then they've gathered other people that could be rubber stamp
right,
guys
true.
that will just go there for themselves,
Yeah.
But you see, it boils down to the same thing that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Money.
Everything is
We have
money. Everything is money.
we have so many brainy guys, Brian, in this country, in Congo, everywhere. We have so many brainy guys, man, that when they speak, you will know, as in they don't just speak, they act.
Yeah.
You see them,
Action
young
people.
guys, as in younger than I am,
Yeah.
building some crazy things, bringing things
Me,
on ground.
I learned that lesson since when Davido and Whiskey they were coming up. I said, hey, because before I was listening to people like Kofi, like I thought music was for old people. So when the younger people like Davido, when they came, yeah, I'm 19, but he's already singing a song as I was like, hey, it's not my age. So now, so I learned that lesson. Since it gives you goosebumps. It gives you goosebumps and it makes you to adjust.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think that's just the best thing to do.
Yeah.
So that we put all those things in place, and by the time we are able to put all these we were able to knit it into the constitution.
Yeah.
Right. It makes it easier, and inflation even will reduce.
Yeah, and because on that note, right, like currently most countries use Keynesian economics that says that the government should print more money because the more people spend, the more the society thrives. That's why if you look at the West, they print their money and build infrastructure, and government spending is a way to make money, but we often forget the condition. They will often forget how. So if you live in a society where when you print the money, the people will take it and use it for business, then they will pay back taxes to the government, and the government will have more money. Sometimes they could burn it, and that's how the money becomes scarcer in the long run. They will take it and go spend it carelessly. We break that virtuous cycle. Yeah. So
I think, and through all these bonds, those inflations could rather the inflation could really reduce with that, with the bonds and the rest, government bonds and the rest. So, but you see, we should be able to create for ourselves a platform where everyone should be knitted into the society. Saying, okay, these are the haves and the haves not. Bring them together, pass them through this, and I tell you what, we are trying to do something. We're trying to do a TFD. We call it Theater for Development. Okay. Whereby you go to a community, get to seek to know their problems. TFD, Theater for Development.
Yeah, got it.
You get to a community, you will stay there with them, you will eat with them, you will sleep in the same environment with them, you will behave like them. So that they can, you're breaking the ice, right? So by the time you break the ice, you get to ask them, what are the problems that we have in this community? The first thing you need to do is to let them know that we are not the ones we're not the solution providers. We are not the ones, we are not coming to ask you because government has appointed us to come and give you money. No, we're here to bring out a problem, find what the problem is, first research and get what the problem is, find a solution to the problem, and put it into practice. Right now, we the trend right now is cholera in Nigeria. Right? So why don't you get to the market? Go to a village where cholera struck. What are the likelihoods? We tried that once in my village. We went there, took some guys there. But by the time we got there, we now noticed that there was no toilet in the market.
Exactly.
So people do open defecations.
Anyway,
even in their houses, they don't even have. They don't even have it. They don't even have nothing. So they just do open defecation. So the flies will go settle on that, come into the market, settle on the vegetables, settle on everything. You take it home, you're not able to wash.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I'm just thinking that they teach us pollination and cross pollination, how
It's
bees go
trigger.
take this
Yeah.
flower. The
You know?
flies are they doing that or shit? You see what I mean? So that's why I was laughing.
So you know, you pick them from here to the other side.
Today,
And
cross
at the end of the
pollinate.
day,
You have different types of cholera.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you now pick the stuff. You that will pick the stuff. You don't have vinegar in your house. You don't have salt. You just put and everything. And before you know, by that time when you're washing the tomatoes, you just pick it up and just throw it inside your mouth.
Yeah.
And the next thing, the one from your neighbor's grandfather is already coming to you know, to affect you. And at the end of the day, so we got to realize that there was no toilet.
Yeah.
So what we had to do was to gather the community members. We dug a toilet. We built a toilet. Then we now said, okay, we'll appoint somebody that will be there to collect at least 100 naira or 50 naira for them to use the toilet. Then the person, you use the toilet, the person refills there's a bowl there. The person is meant to refill the bowl, so that when you finish defecating, you pour and flush the toilet.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Brian, it never came to pass. The toilet is still there. They are still defecating outside.
Man, it's like you can't teach a dog.
Copying and pasting everywhere. So basically, that's what we're talking about. So if we're able to get like-minded people, like as you rightly said, people like Shehu Sani, you bring him on board and see how he can. I think he has an NGO too.
Yeah.
So NGOs like that should collaborate and say, okay, this is what we can do. Yeah. This is what we can future.
You can lobby for the bill, because like in America, that's what they do. Like they send all these lawyers that constantly in Washington DC lobbying for things, because it's for the good of the society, right? The society is like a big chessboard. Like all these moves being made and things like that. Yeah. So so you have to make the right moves to get like things done. Yeah. So anyway, if we want to chat, we'll chat this with the end. So we can consider this as the first episode out of like countless number of episodes. So I'm just wondering if you have anything to say that maybe I've not asked. Normally I know that I've not asked anything, because we're just warming up. So you can take this conversation like we're warming up. Is there anything that you like to let those that are listening know?
Okay. I just want to let Nigerians, Africans, and everybody know that education is key. And that is where we are focusing on right now. We are focusing on that to see that with education, we should be able to fight poverty with education. But we need the money.
Yeah.
There's an adage in Igbo that says, "Oh, ego kainichi ego."
Oh wow, what does it mean?
It is money you use to find money.
Mashallah, and time is money.
Yes. So you need that time in order to put things in place and find this monies, so that and you know, monies are in people. Monies don't fall from the sky. They are in people. Please, my fellow senators. Oh, did I say fellow senators?
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Mashallah. You'll be a senator one day.
So, but my senators, my House of Reps members, and those in power, please. You can sponsor a child. It doesn't take anything. 1 million naira. If you sponsor one child with 1 million naira, the child will be forever grateful. Look for very intelligent children and put them there, and you will not regret it, I bet you. I think that should be all, Brian Boss.
Mashallah. No, you're the boss. I mean, you're part of this whole endeavor that like all you need to do is to bring together those people that will build pyramids for the future, be it in terms of technology, society, mathematics, whatever. We'll see. We're all writing history books. So anyway, thanks a lot, Austine. It was really amazing chatting with you. Like I said, you can consider this to be the first episode out of like countless number of episodes. Feel free to reach out whenever you have anything to say. If you want to host even conferences, we can do that. This is like a production space. Yeah, that's what we call it, Topo Spaces.
Topo Space.
Yeah. So we hosted the Paramalam Foundation Peace Talk. And we had the British High Commissioner, all of them, they were here. It's on our page. You can get that. So if you have any of these talks, even if to organize peace conferences, we can host it here and we'll manage the technicalities and you can just do the talking. Yeah, so that's it.
Sorry, can I say something again? Sorry, before you go.
Please do, yeah.
Topo Space, right?
Yeah.
Topo Space is the future.
Mashallah.
I see this. I'm not a prophet. I don't do that, you know.
Yeah.
But I see Topo Space carrying the space.
Mashallah.
Soon. Because I know. I told Isaac Abrak. I told Isaac. I said, I really want to be part of this.
Mashallah.
This is one of the greatest visions I've ever seen so far. You know, because at the end of the day, when all these things are being compiled, right, you find out that it becomes a story.
Yeah.
So right now, you see what Topo Space does is to dissect the glory.
Yeah, right.
And get into the story.
Yeah.
By doing that, Topo Space is also creating a story
Mashallah.
for the glory.
I
think that's a good one.
Thanks. That's a very wise thing you've said. It's also gonna like help me and Isaac and everybody because it's all a space for us. So when we see that, we're kind of energized to do that. So thanks for letting me know.
Thanks.
That.
God bless you.
Yeah. So shout out to all those that are listening. Please, a lot was said during this episode. There's a lot to learn. I learned a lot from it. And I'm gonna watch it again. I have my notes that I've made, and I will prepare for our next episode where we could meet again and chat. So thanks, Austine. I say hi to your family and to everyone. God bless you. Ciao.
Yeah.